Hi everyone. So bit of a different video here. I need to make a correction because I've misrepresented someone and I do not want to be doing that. So a couple of weeks ago I called out Level Earth Observer, who is someone who I talk about on this channel quite a lot, and I try and debunk some of his claims. 2 weeks ago I asked him to try and debunk the 50-minute ISS tour video because I think it's undebunkable. And here comes my challenge. Level Earth Observer, or any flat earther for that matter, I challenge you to sit through this entire video, watch it, and then debunk it. Myself and another guy called Pete, we put a video together and we highlighted some of the issues that we think Level Earth Observer will come up with in regards to trying to tackle this video, because we both think it's undebunkable. And since then, Planner Walk has also highlighted this video. Now, Level Earth Observer did go on to address our initial call out video, and he said he will look at the 50-minute video if I make a correction.
Correct your mistakes, and then I'll entertain your propaganda, and I'll tear it left, right, and centre. Destroyed it before it even begun. Now it's on you. Correct your misrepresentations, and I'll tear your propaganda to pieces.
So that's what I'm about to do. Okay, so first off, I want to apologise to Level Earth Observer for labelling him a flat earther. He is not a flat earther. He is a demonstrable realist. That's how he wants to be known, a demonstrable realist. So we'll call him a demonstrable realist. So apologies there, Level Earth Observer. And obviously as well, I misrepresented some of the things which he believes. I mean, who am I to tell him what he believes? So let's go over some of the fundamentals that he believes. Okay, the first one is that you can't have an air pressure system residing next to a vacuum. That's his first claim. Okay, second claim is that tower cranes and pendulums don't have the ability to be dead still and plumb whilst we are moving in all different directions. Obviously,
I 100% agree. So all that pendulum bullshit that FTFE will come out with, and yourself, let me let him finish before I even chime in, yeah? So I'm 100%, yeah? As I say, could that other thing, the third number one, could that be gradual? With the whole vacuum stuff? But as I say, if that is how, you know, Leo is saying, or it seems to be just in general in science, how vacuums work, well then it is interesting. But even if you leave the vacuum out, my point is there's too many holes in the Jesuit idiot-centric model. As I say, if there wasn't all these crazy holes, regardless of 50-minute, you know, videos that obviously could be fantastic, but then how many videos can we pull up and say, well, what the fuck is that then? From spacewalks, I mean, we're doing all this supposed motion. How comes they're just chilling on spacewalks with their stupid gloves on, working nuts and bolts, doing fuck all? Going how fast? Going around again? 17,000 miles an hour? Really? Not to mention all the rest of the motion that should be going on at the same time that you never see. What are you saying there though, Danny boy? And the rest of you. All of this I've already called you out on before and body bagged you a bazillion times. So as I say, you may get away with the 50-minute undebunkable. You know, they may have put this great video together. Do you know what? Let me hold that because I'm already chiming in too much. So hold on.
he's referring there
Because
to
I've got my own special question to ask back to you, scientific buds. Yeah, I've got my own special, you know, calling you out again. Just like me and Zach did of GematriaEffect.News, yeah? And then I came with the extras, body bagged you lot how many times?
Movement, which is its rotation, its orbit around the sun, its orbit
Sorry, let me go back.
and plumb whilst we are moving in.
Hold up, sorry.
That's his first claim.
So the first one was,
Okay.
the first one again was to do with vacuum of space, and then this is number two, the pendulum stuff. And, you know, cranes, you know, people use cranes and stuff, you know, how comes it's not swinging around when it's, you know, unmanned or even being manned with an operator. Yeah? How comes them chains ain't doing a whole bag of madness? Are you taking the piss? Listen, don't insult my intelligence, and I'm not even saying I'm, you know, the brightest, but don't take the piss.
Second claim is that tower cranes and pendulums don't have the ability to be dead still and plumb
Fact.
whilst we are moving in all different
Ridiculous
directions.
directions and
Referring to the
speeds.
Earth's movement, which is its rotation, its orbit around the sun, its orbit around the galaxy, etc., etc. And his final fundamental claim is that large standing bodies of water don't have the ability to display convexity upon its surface.
Facts.
So those are his three fundamental claims. I apologise if I have put words in your mouth. I apologise for calling you a flat earther. I'm making the correction now. So now, Level Earth Observer, you are totally free to have a look at that 50-minute ISS video, which apparently you're going to destroy for us. So I look forward to seeing that. Thanks very much, everyone. Please do like and subscribe. Please do share this video. Get it to Level Earth.
Alright. So yeah, listen. As I've been saying before, yeah, we've been showing how the, you know, Gematria script, you know, the spell casting, if you may, yeah, how it all you know, factors in with the buffoonery of the 93 million miles away with the sun. Yeah, we've broke down the sun. Clearly the sun's not that far. Yeah. Clearly the sun's not that far. The moon's not that far. Clearly the yin and yang and all of that stuff. Yeah. Polar opposites. Yeah. We broke down why it factors in with the SON, you know, Godson, if you may, and of course the SUN, the SON, and you know, how it factors in with Jesus apparently dying on the 93rd day of the year. Of course, God's son, 93. How did he die again? Crucifix. Does that equal 93? Not to mention the rest of the 93s. Even propaganda equals 93. So, again, he dies between the hours of 9 and 3 on the 93rd day of the year. Is it Christ or Jesus Christ 43? Which is April 3rd. Yeah? So 4-3 Christ or Jesus Christ is 43. Anyway, so my point is, and we've already broken down why they tell you the sun's so big and then make you think you're so small and insignificant on a speck from the Big Bang floating around through the cosmos. I mean, we already broke that down. My point is, you lot are supposed to be so scientific based. I mean, shall I play that clip from, I might even quickly play it. I might play it or just go to it because it's just there. I've done a short clip from Brother Sanchez via your, you know, your colleague, your baller colleague, if you may. You know, your SEAL Team 6. I can't remember the acronyms that I chose for what that means, but the nonsense that FTFE Craig said concerning, you know, chemtrails and the curve and all this stuff. I mean, what? The nonsense he said was extraordinary. Like the absolute mumbo jumbo bullshit. As I say, it's a short clip, 3 or 5 minutes. There's two, they're right next to each other. Yeah, one's like 5 minutes and one's 3 minutes. Absolute bullshit. So my concern is, in the midst of all the shit that's going on in the world, as we cover over here in my community, you know, all the shit that's, you know, giving us as the masses, you know, your stresses, your depression, your anxiety, you know, you're chasing your tail, you're not understanding what's going on. We're over here putting together, you know, or in trying to learn or understand the mechanics and the dynamics of what the you-know-whos are doing, from the nonsense of space to the madness of, you know, all your terrorism, XYZ. So again, we just had a huge situation the other day over here. And I may or may not put, well, do you know what, the videos are up, but I haven't put up this video here. Yeah, I'll get you out of the way. Yeah, it's on my Rumble. I may put it up on this one, on my my YouTube. But my point is, how comes you ain't covered none of this stuff? France, you ain't covered Mount Ratana, you haven't covered any of this type of stuff. You haven't done anything that goes against the obviousness basically you haven't done anything that goes against the grain. Why is that? Are you with the grain then? You're happy with the oppressors? Do you work with the oppressors? This is my point. Like, what are you people? Yeah, because you're bullshit and charade. I don't care if it's, you know, whatever one of you lot. Plan a walk, this one, that one. You are all full of you know what. Yeah. So my point is, serious situations here. How comes you're not chiming in on this stuff? Like, what? All of this stuff we've called you out on. The full shebang, full circle. Yeah, so you can keep up with your little bullshit, you know, pantomime, you know, defending this and that. When it comes to the BS of the space program from whatever agency. You've done that just disingenuine bullshit before that you tried to do a couple of times, maybe even 3 times. I don't think it's more than 4. Definitely not less than 3. Concerning disinformation, the Gematria, Zach. Oh, also, how comes none of you've, you know, I was calling out FTFE the other day. Nicely, I might add. You know, even one of our, well, I'd say one of our own, but I had to kind of put him to the side because he ain't what I thought he was, Flatzoid. But my point is, how comes none of you lot have even tackled the, what is it, the Parker Space Probe stuff that I put out the other day? Again, showing you the code, how it factors in with what was going on with that. How comes you haven't? This is my point. Yeah? You will stick to all the little bullshit part, but you can't then go and counter back the stuff that Zach put out to counter your bullshit and your disingenuous self with the bullshit that you did. And then remember, I had to even tackle your McLooney Tune buddy there and all his fucking, you know, under the spell, Zombieland variants, all the hordes that came in. None of them actually listening to my short video or even going back to the video link that that shows how disingenuous he was, as I was even shown in that short video how disingenuous people like Simon Dan are blatantly. Yeah? It's fucking ridiculous. So serious shit's going on, as I say, whether it's the new Big C since 2020, you know what I'm talking about, with all the variants, you know, and your boosters, you know, whatever needles you're putting in your arm. Serious stuff going on. Terror attacks, left, right and centre. Where are these people chiming in or even saying, oh, be sure to check out XYZ from, you know. And that's what really annoys me. Yeah, you can do all this little back and forth, whether, you know, the ISS is real or not. We know something is iffy. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having the discussion about it. We know with the globe situation, there's a few things that's iffy. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having a discussion about it. Yeah, but what isn't really up for body bagging or discussion is the body of work. This community, the Gematria community, yeah, the body of work. Excuse me, I had to put you on pause. I had to put the background music on now, so might as well. But yeah, what's not up for, you know, discussion, or you can't listen. The amount of great work this community has been doing since 2013. We've been here a decade, sir. I mean, hello? Like, you've got to be kidding me. So all I'm saying is, quickly, because you know, I want to go over the same stuff and you know, a bazillion times that have been said how many fucking times. My point is, look at all of you lot. Go and look at yourself in the mirror and say, wow, you know, students are, you know, getting killed or whatever's going on, and I haven't done nothing of any substantial of whatever to say, wow guys, check this out. Even level Earth observer, you're, as I said the other day, anybody in the UK that hasn't put out this information, relayed it, shared it on their community wall, mention XYZ, bam, that person did the work. Go and check it out, and of course you can learn and apply it for yourself. You know, you don't have to listen to me, but did you get the message? And my point is, you know, big tech, you know, whether it's YouTube and its bullshit suppression. I mean, look at me the other day. I did a video before I even knew the suspect's name. I did a video showing how it was all bullshit concerning, you know, the days in, days out. Like I've read it up here, you know, 201 days leave as of June 13th, the same day that you've got this madness going on in Nottingham. And we know the Jesuit order, of course, order of Illuminati. We know they're into Saturn, and of course above the nightclub, which is called Prism, and you know they love to have you, you know, prism in your own mind, but you don't know what's going on. Of course, you're in the prism of light. You know, you're all light beings as such. But anyway, you know, on top of it, you've got a planet with a ring, and we all know how much they love Saturn. Doesn't mean Saturn's bad, but obviously they like to deal with certain aspects of Saturn, you know, and of other things as well. So it's not that Saturn's bad, you know, so cut that out if that's what you're thinking. But yeah, so my point is, you know, where are all these people? You know, how much 201 dub plays is there to clearly prove again what we're saying, even without this, what I'm showing here? Because it's only just a smidge, obviously. You know, Ignatius of Leota, the first general. I mean, do we have to go with the first pope? Pope Francis, Jorge Briogolo. Where does he live again? Where does he live again? Hold up. So the time, and I'm not saying you can't, you know, have your little fun and do your this and your that, and you know, for whatever stuff that you may think, oh, you know, let me go against him because blah blah blah, and you know, get me views in and get people talking in the comments. But my point is, there's too many holes in the Jesuit order idiot-centric model. Too many holes. Yeah. Otherwise, again, we wouldn't be having the discussion. Again, here we are over here, a community that's been showing what for so long? Are you taking the piss? Forecasting. So we're going through past, present, and future, and how much has come to light. And I'm not even talking about sports. Forget sports. Yeah. So oh, sports, but he's doing this and that, and he's robbing me. Shut up. just shut up. Oh no, I'm talking about sports right now. Yes, we know sports does factor in, but just leave out sports for the minute. Yeah. You mean to tell me? Oh my God! Listen, yeah. Is it possible, Simon Dan FTFE? You can cover this subject, watch my videos, the sum that's on here, and obviously the other one like this one, or the two-part to do with the suspect's name, as you can read it here. I'm sure you're not illiterate. Should I read it all here? Not that there's that much here, but you know, like, you know, as I say, you people could be great for getting eyes on this, even if not everybody's on board, but at least you've done, you know, do your bit. If you're truly, oh, we're here for the people, the children, humanity. This is the information that the children need, so they're not living in fear. So they can say, oh, I see what the government's doing. You know, govern your mental and all that jazz. I see what they're doing. You know, again, the suspect's name means what? Valdo means power, rule, and govern. Calocane equals, again, the book. Calocane with a K with two L's and then C-A-I-N at the end. Dark dystopian future to do with the government and the dark shadow government, whatever, you know, the gang, if you may, you know, keeping the public subdued in a specific way, pumping them with what? Injecting them with what? They can't think outside the what? You can't think outside the box, and all that type of stuff. So again, whether it's your Netflix, whether it's, you know, this, you know, Calocane that got made into a TV show. Again, started off as a novel, also got made into a short TV show. You know, all these type of stuff that shows what they're doing. How comes none of you lot, you know, look, my point is, I've said it before, look at all the time, you know, Fight the Flat Earth will take. Again, you had a heart something recently. Oh no, of course, it's nothing to do with getting any boosters or anything, or, you know, you don't hear him going against the and saying, wow, did you see that news article the other day? And they say, what is it? They found new particles in the air never before discovered, and it's causing global warming and respiratory issues for adults. Like, I mean, how comes you don't tear apart these bullshit stories? Oh, nothing to say there, but you've got all the time in the world. I'm going up against Discord, 3-4 hour stream, or my brother Sanchez chatting shit. It's like, really? Yo, it's extraordinary. So I'm going to ask again, anybody that's specifically English, are you going to share this information? Not because it comes from me, you can do it in your own way. Yeah, or if you haven't got the time, or it's not fully your forte, but you have a brain to understand X, Y, and Z, can you mention it in your next video? Can you also share this on your community wall? Is this possible? You know, there's a body of work over here. You know, the Titanic stuff that's going on the other day. But my point is, we don't even have to go to that. Just the did I put it? Hold up, wait. Oh yeah, this is the one that they gave me a strike on for the Nottingham stuff. I didn't even speak in the video, and then the video I made afterwards, I can't remember if I speak in this video here that I'm showing here with the YouTube strike. But anyway, my point is, you could be a great catalyst for at least giving people the option. Yeah, again, there might be some bits that you may want to pick out and say, wow, Zach said this or that, or I said. But my point is, overall, the body of work, you know, I'm not over here trying to be purposely disingenuous. If I mess something up on one occasion, or you notice something in a pattern, let me know. I'll hold my hands up. But I already know it's not there. Yeah? So my point is, again, yes, we can have all of this. Oh, we'll watch the lie assess, because I'm going to watch it, of course, as well. The 50-minute lie assess stuff, regardless, even if this is fantastic. Wow, they did a good job. Like, wow, they did a great job. Again, I'm not saying that there's nothing up there floating around, whizzing past. Yeah, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is there's something extra fishy going on. These people are clearly full of shit, and those that profess to, you know, that don't even look at any of the holes, but will have all tattoos on their arms, or Newton, spaceships, Einstein, you know, like Simon Dan. Feel free to do your thing. But my point is, anyone that has any brain cells can clearly see, okay, there's something to what these guys are saying here. You know, whether it's going against the LISS, yeah, or comboing with the Gematria script situation, yeah. And you know, I deal with both, and you know, I'm gonna body bag you effortlessly. So my challenge is, which shouldn't be that hard, am I gonna see anything on the community wall today concerning, you know, what I was speaking about just now? Yeah, is that possible? Am I gonna see it mentioned in the video? Am I gonna, like, you know what I mean? Because as I say, that day, even though I didn't make a video about it, by default, I already know what days to look out for. So even though it was in my mind before Nottingham came up, and when it happened, until when it happened, for me to look on the dates and say, oh wow, 201 days left in the year, blah, 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 blah. And then a couple of days later, they come out and say, oh, it's a West African migrant. Oh my God. But my point is, just like Liverpool Women's Hospital, just like, you know, the Liverpool Women's Hospital explosion about a year and a half ago, or nearly 2 years ago now, or 2 years this year. New Zealand attacks in the supermarket that time, and a couple others, you know, and to do with prime ministers, who's going to be prime minister and stuff like this, you know, calling them out before the fact. But as I say, there's times obviously like this when you're not even watching the dates coming in sometimes. Even if you are decoding here and there, you know, sometimes, and then when something happens, you're like, oh shit, of course they're going to do something on that day, because, but my point is, by default, I already know they're going to do something more than likely on this day. And it all checks out. And it's not me trying to be, you know, I'm fucking Nostradamus. I'm definitely not a Nostradamus. Yeah? Again, why are you not relaying this information? Again, the children of tomorrow are the future of today. Save the children, sir. Or madame, whoever you are. You know? Or whatever you may be. You know, pronoun, this, noun. My point is, sort it the fuck out. Do you like being subjected to this madness? You know, you still got FTFE, as I say. Go and watch the clip. Oh, chemtrails aren't real. And he laughs it off, and then he says the bullshit that he says about stuff going behind the horizon and what's blocking it. And I'm like, are you... Even Brother Battio chimed in. Yeah, I will stop calling you that when you actually acknowledge me again, like how you used to acknowledge me as an individual and a person, Sanchez. Yeah, so I will cut all of that out. Still shout out for the information. Fantastic. Yeah. And shout out to that guy that you had on, Jason, with the holographic stuff. Again, if you haven't checked that out, go and check that out. That's essential viewing. As I say, that puts into perspective a lot of the stuff I've been saying about when it comes to being in isolation and why specific people are in isolation when they come to specific type of realization about specific stuff. So again, do you think I have an expectancy that anybody's actually going to, you know, even level Earth Observer? Do you think, shout out to him as well, you know, I'm sure he's a cool cat, but there's still aspects when I say, what the flying fuck? As I said, do you think I've got any expectation that level Earth Observer will put XYZ or mention XYZ in his next video? Do you think I've got any expectation for Flatzoid? Do you think I've got any expectation for Raichi? Do you think, you know, 0000? Do you think I've got any expectation for anybody that I've mentioned or haven't mentioned today? So, wholeness, spread love and light, hashtag don't be a basic beast brainer, and of course, give gracious gratitude, but take no shit.
So how did we end up here?
Well, we just came from the,
Think about it.
Why do you do this to yourself?
It's the only way I can still dream.
Why is it so important to dream?
My dreams were still together.
Let's be your dub plates. You don't know. Yes, audio oracle on the buttons. You don't know.